every time I leave my job, like frustrated, burnt out, I seriously consider taking out a loan to have a vaginoplasty. I swear to God, like, just get my fucking sex changed. And not because this is how I feel inside, but because it's more profitable to have a fucking vagina, dude. To have a fucking snatch. Dick is worth shit, dude. Unless if you're 12 years old. What the fuck is up? This is the Constant State of Annoyance podcast, and I am your host, George Blaha. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for misclicking. I'm just glad you're here. Today, I saw the weirdest shit I've ever seen on Twitter. Like this, I've seen a lot of weird shit on Twitter, but this just blew me fucking away, dude. So apparently, there's this piercing. Which, by the way, like, I don't mind weird piercings, and I've seen some odd ones. I've seen some fucking 14-year-olds, when I was 14, just fucking pierce themselves with questionably disinfected needles. I've seen this shit before, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about piercings, but there's like a specific type of teenager or young adult that's just attracted to getting weird piercings. I remember one time, there was this fucking pizza place when I was in middle school that I would go to a lot on lunchtime called Pizza and Pretzel Stop. This is Puerto Rico. No one bought fucking pretzels. This isn't a place where pretzels move around a lot. It's just not our thing, dude. Like, it's so funny that one out of the two items that is mentioned in the name of that restaurant wasn't selling, and that place basically closed. So better luck next time, bro. And I remember one time I left Pizza and Pretzel Stop, and there was this one guy, and his hand was like fucking trembling. And I look at his fucking hand, and I shit you not, this guy pierced a needle in like the piece of like skin in between his index finger and his thumb. The guy put a needle through that like tiny piece of like webbed skin, and a friend of mine kind of knew him, and he asked him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He says, "Oh, I'm doing a piercing." Why would you ever want a fucking piercing under like slightly webbed flap of skin in between your index finger and your thumb? Is fucking beyond me. The only reason I could think that you would do that to yourself is to like always like put your keys on it so you never lose your keys, dude. And that's a perfect way, dude, to always have your keys on you, to have a little piercing and then like put in the key ring where your house and car keys are in. Although you wouldn't want to put your car keys on there because then how the fuck would you detach them? You know what I'm saying. But, you know, I've never been in love with piercings, you know. I've never been crazy about tattoos. I understand tattoos. I understand why people would want to do tattoos, you know. Like, I get it. It's a desperate attempt of trying to have a personality. I get it. It's you know, you're 19, you still don't know who you are, you know, you don't think you're cool enough. Fuck it. You know, I'm going to tattoo a whole sleeve that costs around $2,000, you know, on top of all my student loans to establish a personality. I'm the guy with tattoos. A whole sleeve of just like a forest. You know the one that I'm talking about where the fucking tree branches are like on the wrist, and then like you know the trees like creep up to the guy's arm, even though the guy's never gone hiking, even though that this is a tropical island and there aren't many forests to go hiking in, you know? He's one of those guys that if he just walks in the wilderness in any place that has more than 6 trees, like mosquitoes just attack him, dude. Because his blood is fucking delicious, dude. I don't know. Maybe we have to check his ancestry.com to know to see why are mosquitoes so attracted to his blood, you know? Maybe there's a lot of white people in his blood. I really wonder, because I know that white people, that white people get a lot of like mosquito bites. I'm sort of brownish. I don't get a lot of mosquito bites, but all my white friends do just get devoured by mosquitoes. Maybe fucking mosquitoes are racist. Can we cancel mosquitoes already? Like, dude, mosquitoes have been killing people, dude. They've been... Remember fucking chikungunya? I don't know how to fuck you pronounce that in fucking English. You remember that one? Remember that infected mosquito? Was it that one? Or was it Zika? The one that would... That if it fucking bit a pregnant woman, it would make their babies deformed. You know, they've ruined thousands upon thousands of lives, dude. And on top of all of that, they're fucking racist. They don't want to fucking suck the blood of black people because mosquitoes have an unconscious bias where they believe that black people are inferior and their blood isn't good enough to feed their offspring. Let's cancel mosquitoes. I don't even know how I got to this. Oh yeah, tattoos. Like, I get it, dude. You don't know who you are. It's a desperate attempt at fucking establishing a personality. I get it, you know. The people who drive me insane with tattoos, by the way, are the people who like tattoo themselves, like when they have a child. Like, I'm gonna tattoo the fucking face of my son on my chest, on the side of my heart, because I love my son. And it's like, what if your son ends up being a school shooter, bro? What are you gonna what are you gonna do then? Are you gonna cover the fucking tattoo of your child with a swastika? Is that what you're gonna do? You know, you never know who your fucking child is going to end up being. Like, I won't even commit to my child that way. I won't. I would be the worst parent. You know, but that's fucking wild. Or if like something important or big happened, you know, and you feel this weird primal need to just like etch it in your skin, you know, to fucking mark yourself so I'll never forget. I'll never forget. It's weird. It's odd. It's primal. And let's be honest, it's straight up retarded. But I stumbled upon on Twitter. And by the way, piercing and tattoo people are the same people. That's why I mentioned tattoos. But I found this thing on Twitter, and I don't even know where to begin describing it. Google it. If you're not watching it on video, fucking Google this. There's this thing called a corset piercing. Yeah. And it's basically, if I could describe it, it's like 2 rows of like piercings, of like ring piercings, close to like the spinal cord, and like someone takes like a piece of lace and just like, you know, puts that lace through each and every hoop piercing, and it basically makes your back look like the laces of a shoe. That's what you essentially look at. It's the wildest thing. The first thought that came to my mind when I saw this, because like the bowl is like downwards, the first thought that came to my mind when I saw this is, I just want to put my foot in this chick's ass, dude. That's all I want to do. Okay? I swear to God, all I want to do, I really hope she has like a twin who has like the same thing. And I just want to fucking put my foot through both of these chicks' asses and just go skiing down a mountain, dude. Because that's what you look like. You look like a shoe. If that's what you wanted to look like, mission accomplished. Okay, which is pretty weird too, because it's like, unless if like the piece of lace that's like tied around her piercings is like elastic, like how are you supposed to literally bend over to tie your shoes? Like, isn't that going to like, you know, expand and maybe break off one of the piercings from your skin? I don't get the point of this. And while I was Googling it, I saw someone who, and I don't know if this is real, it's super disturbing. I saw someone who did it on their neck, which is like, I don't know what kind of kink shit you're into, but boy, man, you must fucking spend a lot of money on therapists, dude, because that's fucking insane. I don't get the point of this. She looks like a fucking shoe. Maybe she's trying to appeal to fucking sneakerheads. Maybe that's what she wants to do. You know? Maybe her boyfriend is a sneakerhead and he could finally get erected by the thought of just her. Maybe that's what's going on here, man. What's next? The fucking tramp stamp of a Nike symbol? I don't know what this is, man. It's weird. Maybe she's running an OnlyFans page and her niche, like there's like little niches now because you can't, I mean, I guess you can just open an OnlyFans page and if you know enough people, that's going to pass itself around. But like, if you want to like find a tight, exclusive niche, this is the type of shit that you have to do, man. You have to become a shoe. You have to become the human shoe, bro. And you will appeal to sneakerheads that take shoes a little bit too seriously. Okay? Right now, if you're into like feet, if you have a foot fetish, she's basically become a foot, bro. She's basically a foot right now. That's what she became, man. I don't know what it is. I don't even know why you would want to do that to yourself, but good for fucking them, dude. But speaking of fucking OnlyFans, or like I like to call it, OnlyClams, because it's only for women. I mean, guys do it, but it's because, you know, but you have to like appeal yourself to like a gay audience. Like, there's no heterosexual women buying nudes, okay? And it's our fault, dude. It's men's fault why women do not pay for nudes, because we're just sending fucking dick pics, dude, for free, just fucking ruining the market for all of us. Each and every time you send a random dick pic to someone that you haven't gone on a single date with, or you've only gone on one date but you didn't even kiss, you're ruining it for the rest of us. Stop it. All of us men need to come to fucking together. All of us men need to unite. And we fucking need to stop sending dick pics, dude. Reserve the dick pics. We need to fucking... we have to dry up the dick pic well that's going up on the internet. If we could all do it together, man, we could also open an OnlyFans. Okay? Women will be thirsty for our nudes. We just have to dry them out, dude. That's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do. But fucking OnlyFans, it's taking over. It's like I cannot spend a fucking day. I cannot spend a fucking day of my life without hearing or reading the term OnlyFans. It has taken over, dude. The internet. Like, this is a fucking phenomenon. And you always see fucking guys fucking telling their female friends that they're deep down attracted to, but they're too much of a fucking pussy to do something about it. Like, hey, open an OnlyFans. You hear this shit every fucking day, man. And for good reason, dude. Like, this is the most craziest thing. There's this Puerto Rican trapper. I believe she's like a trapper. I haven't heard her music before, though. I'm not going to do that on the podcast because it's in Spanish. But there's this Puerto Rican trapper called the Barbie Rican. Okay? And this lady, this business lady, bro, she fucking opened an OnlyFans, and in 24 hours, did she break a record? I'm not sure if she broke a record. Let me see. No, but in 24 hours, she made $38,115, bro. In 24 hours. My mom had 3 bachelor's degree, which in that point, get a fucking master's, mom. Why? I don't even know. She has 3 bachelor's degrees. Okay, her last job before she retired, she was a teacher. And as a teacher, to make that amount of money, as a math teacher for high school kids in Puerto Rico, fucking teaching the basis of math for all the future Puerto Rican engineers in that area, for her to make that amount of money, she would have to fucking work like a year and a half. Dude, yes. And obviously, like, she didn't just, like, open this thing. She didn't just open an OnlyFans page. Like, she's hustled for her following to then open the OnlyFans page. But Jesus fucking Christ, dude. To flick your bean and then basically just... Dude, this lady could fucking retire, bro. This lady could retire in maybe, like, 3 years? Because it's only going to grow after that. It's only going to fucking grow. It's impressive. I'm not even mad, by the way. I'm not even mad. The only reason I'm mad is because there isn't, like, a shameless option to make money for men. There really isn't. Like, there's, like, pyramid schemes, but that's, like, too much thinking. This is, like, really primal. This is, like, ugh, you fucking jerk it off, and then it's over. It's gone. And sure, I can do it, but, dude, I decided to look at, like, the OnlyFans, like, male OnlyFans pages or like the type of men that are like on OnlyFans, and I cannot compete, man. Those men are fucking gorgeous. They are beautiful, and I skip leg day because I'm a bitch. I like when I do too much legs, I tend to throw up for whatever reason. I'm a torso guy, man. Like if my legs get blown off, I'm gonna go, phew. I'm glad I didn't work that hard on those. Like, I'm not gonna mind. I'm really not gonna mind if I lose my legs in an accident. I'm gonna be sitting down all day, just having the time of my life, dude. I mean, sure, yeah, I'm gonna have, like, wheelchair sores on my ass cheeks, but I don't mind, like, never standing up. I really don't. The only problem with, like, being handicapped, though, like, handicapped people do get, like, girlfriends, but they tend to get, like, very lazy girlfriends, because you always tend to attract women who don't want to walk a lot at the mall, who don't want to, walk too much on a packed day at the mall. And, you got that handicap pass, bro. You got that handicap pass on you, dude. As long as I conserve my dick, I could lose my legs because I've put almost no work on them. But Jesus Christ, man, I don't know. I mean, like, OnlyFans has really changed the game. And as a guy, I work minimum wage at Starbucks as a guy. And, I work hard. And by the way, like, my advice for anyone that's working a minimum waged job or is going to go into a minimum wage job or is going to choose a minimum wage job, try to choose, if there's any way you could find out, try to choose a fucking business that's not doing so well. Like, try to find a store, a restaurant where there isn't that much clientele flowing inside that establishment. You want to fucking... Because really, I work at a Starbucks that's always packed. And no matter how much or how hard or how fast I work or how many people I serve or how many people I'm nice to or how many frappuccinos I fucking prepare, I'm going to make the same amount of money. But George, you get tips. Let me tell you something about those fucking tips at these fast food restaurants. They're divided by the whole staff, dude. So I get nothing. Pennies. I get pennies to your fucking dollars, bro. Pennies. It's tiring. It's tiring. Like, literally, when you... And it's like, this is something I've been thinking about. It's like, it's super frustrating, like, as a minimum wage worker in, like, a really successful store where, I punch in to start working, and, like, in the first 5 minutes, like, my hours of that shift has already been paid, dude. Like, there's, like, 2 orders coming to Starbucks. The average, like, ticket orders, like, what, $15, $10? Because no one goes to Starbucks alone. No one's that sad, So the average ticket order is pretty high. And my fucking hours, my existence for that shift is already paid immediately. So it's, like, frustrating to have to, like, work this hard and just make so much money for this company while my body's wearing down. I don't stop working. My fucking brain, I'm just exhausted mentally. I'm doing something that's not fulfilling. It's frustrating, I leave, like, my job, like, burnt out mentally, dude. I'm like rubbing my temples like if they're two clits, dude. Like if that's going to help. Like if rubbing your temples has ever helped. You know what I mean? And then I fucking get on fucking Twitter, and then some lazy OnlyFans user has a fucking OnlyFans page where she's taking pictures of her feet, low quality pictures of her feet with her iPhone. You know, she's not taking pictures of her feet with like a DSLR camera. You know, I can't see the pores on her toes. They're lazily taking pictures of her feet. Then you go to her OnlyFans page, and you can see like the amount of like likes. I don't even know what likes actually means on an OnlyFans page, but she has like a substantial amount of those, you know. And even if that provides her like chump change for the month, like she gets like what, $100 extra a month. It's still $100 extra a month, dude. Just wiggling your toes in front of your fucking iPhone. Like that's fucking wild, dude. It's frustrating. As a guy, it's like, fuck you. Good for you. Like I'm not against it. I'm not saying don't go for it, dude. If the opportunity's on the table, fucking go for it, dude. Really? Like having a vagina, dude, is the most profitable thing right now. Can we finally admit that the OnlyFans craze basically seals the wage gap? Can we just give that one up? I'm so happy I haven't heard the fucking words wage and gap in the same sentence for a long time. Except if you're like talking to a prostitute, you know. Well, no. You would hear the word wage and then gaped in the same sentence. But But Jesus Christ, man, having a vagina is so fucking profitable, bro. Like, I swear to God, like, every time I leave my job, like, frustrated, burnt out, I seriously consider taking out a loan to have a vaginoplasty. I swear to God, like, just get my fucking sex changed. And not because this is how I feel inside, but because it's more profitable to have a fucking vagina, dude. To have a fucking snatch. Dick is worth shit, dude. Unless if you're 12 years old, dick isn't worth anything, dude. If there's one thing, like if I could take my consciousness, if I could take my brain and like transport it in this day and age to like my 10-year-old self, dude. If my brain was 23, you know, it retained all of my experiences, but my body was 10, bro, I would pimp myself out, dude. I would make so many masturbation videos and just upload them to the dark web, dude. You know, and sell them to fucking pedophiles for Bitcoin. Because that's where the moolah is, bro. But I'm pimping myself out. There's no, like, abuse happening in this scenario. If anything, I'm abusing my own 10-year-old body with my 23-year-old consciousness. You know? But what I would do is I would, like, take requests, you know, from, like, whatever pedophile wants the video, where I would, like, say their, like, full legal name while I'm jerking off, but I'm, like, crying. I'll learn how to fake cry. I'll punch myself in the nose so I could start bleeding while I, you know, I fucking jerk off into the camera sobbing. My nose is bleeding. I'm saying their name over and over again. Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton. You know? And then I'll send it to them, collect a huge amount of Bitcoin. It's like, dude, personal child pornography, dude. You know, with like your name in it and everything. It makes it real, dude. And obviously you have to be bleeding and sobbing because it's a $1 billion industry. Billionaires are into this fucked up shit. And then once I send it to them, I'll wait a couple of months and then I'll out them, dude. I'll send all this collection of videos. I'll send it to the fucking FBI. If the FBI doesn't do anything to it, anything about it, fuck it. I'll release it on Reddit. We're catching these pedophiles, dude. We're fucking riling them up, dude. I'm gonna put my fucking 23-year-old brain in the body of a 10-year-old, and we're fucking catching all these fucking pedophiles. But first, I'm gonna profit off them because that's dick only pays, dude. Dick only has value if you're a child, and that's sad. That's the world we live in, dude. Pussy's forever, dude. No matter how ugly it is. No matter if you're one of those, because let's be honest, there's ugly dicks. There's ugly vaginas. And when I say ugly vaginas, I'm talking about the vaginas that which labia minoras, are bigger than their labia majoras, which they technically look like a wallet that's not well organized, that you just stuffed a bunch of $1 bills inside of it. It looks like a tissue box. It really does. It looks like a labia minora tissue box. I just want to one out and blow my nose. But those are the ugliest vaginas, and that would still make more money than what I would make working my current job for years in 2 months. It's insane. It's crazy, dude. And obviously, it's OnlyFans is not, I guess it's not as easy as it sounds. You got to market yourself, but it's not hard to market yourself if you're a woman, dude. Just fucking, you throw a pair of panties on, take a picture. It's good. I think this is good. This is a good way out of the system, dude. I'm not even against it. And I am annoyed about how quote unquote easy it is. I guess, there has to be a side of OnlyFans that I'm not aware of, that makes it difficult to be a part of. But it's frustrating to be a guy and to see this. That's all I'm saying. And I know that guys agree with me, but to be honest, good for whoever's doing it, man. Whoever figured that one out, fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Fuck tech billionaires, man. I want to hear about these OnlyFans millionaires. That's what I want to fucking hear about, man. I want to read your books. And it's beautiful also because, porn's so brutal, man. You're subjected to so much, I guess, depending what you're into, of course, abuse and whatever. And, it's a job, basically, I'm guessing that you don't actually choose who you get to work with, or sometimes you're forced to work with people that you don't want to work with. And it's uncomfortable. It's evasive as fuck, but you do it because it's a job. But with OnlyFans, it's you're your own boss. And I think there's something beautiful about that, man. When people can become their own bosses, no matter what they're doing, well, I guess it depends. Drug dealers, if you're an opioid, if you're selling fentanyl, sure, you're your own boss, but you're a piece of shit. But, you know what I'm saying. I think it's beautiful to be your own boss, to figure your own shit out, man. And if you could buy a house at 23 because you're fucking showing your hoo-ha and fucking, jiggling your nipples and eating bananas on camera, dude, fucking good for you. Go for it, man. Fucking go for it. All of your life, you've been there for your fucking daughter. You've been there for all of your daughter's birthdays. You've never missed soccer practice. You gave her hugs every day. You fucking tucked her in until she got tired of it. You told her stories. She became your little princess. You love her so much that she's even embarrassed about how much you love her in public, She's your cute little thing, and she came out perfect, dude. She came out perfect. And now she's fucking in college, your sweet little girl, but you're still there in the hardware store, that you've been working at for 15 years now, busting your ass, trying to pay your daughter's tuition. Meanwhile, the next day, Phil, which everyone knows is an absentee father, Phil, who has always picked the bottle over his family, fucking Phil, goes to the hardware store one day and starts bragging about his new boat. Because since he was such an absentee father, his daughter became, the classic person that a chick with an absentee father would become. What I've basically become, but with whatever the fuck this is, dude. I'm a hoe. I believe that my ideas are sexy. My ideas are beautiful. So I put all this effort into prepping a show and to recording a podcast, and I deliver it to you guys. This is my version of fucking putting 4 fingers inside of me, And then fucking Phil's daughter opens an OnlyFans page, and in 3 months, she's making bank. And out of a desperate attempt to fucking reconnect with her father, she buys him a boat. And not only that, but Phil's daughter's making so much money that Phil's retirement is basically assured, dude. If Phil ever like falls down the stairs, which he is going to fall down the stairs in 3 months because he's drunk, you know, and there's going to be a side of his brain that's not going to be functioning well, and he is going to be in some type of mental nursery home, mental institution / nursery home. But he's going to be in a good one. And the toilet paper is going to be the extra soft toilet paper. And the fucking nurses aren't going to punch Phil in the face. Why? Because Phil did not raise his daughter, quote unquote, well. And now Phil's daughter considered doing an OnlyFans. Meanwhile, you are working hard. You're going to stay at the hardware store. You know, they're going to kick you out one day. Your retirement plan is pretty shitty because you're working at a hardware store. And your daughter, you're paying tuition, so your daughter could go and become an English teacher, which, let's be honest, doesn't pay that much. You're working so hard so your fucking daughter could be financially limping the rest of her life, just like you. Oh, OnlyFans is the best thing ever, dude. What I do want to see, I swear to God I want to see this, and I think it's going to happen. It's like in the next graduations, we're not going to be hearing about all these like quote-unquote boring, successful people, you know? All these people who like manage universities, you know, the dean of universities. Although I think when I was in high school, for my high school graduation, the mayor said a couple of words, but that's the only thing that mayors do, by the way. The only thing that mayors are useful for is to just give speeches at like inaugurations, graduations, anything that fucking ends with Asian. They're going to go and give an overly lengthy speech in that event. Like, shut the fuck up. We get it. You never get to shine. You never get to actually do anything. You could finally do something, but they always give boring speeches, dude. Fuck mayors, dude. Fuck mayors and their lengthy, unnecessary, boring speeches. But now what I want to see is like in these fucking high school graduations, I want to see, and it is going to happen, dude, because these are the new successful people. I want to see OnlyFans cam girls. I want to see chicks that have made a living through OnlyFans give high school graduation speeches. That is what I want to see, dude. And I cannot wait for it to happen, dude. You know, everyone's sitting down on the graduation. The music's going on, and the person who takes the podium is the OnlyFans girl, and she says, "Students of the class of 2030, I am not here to give you a hacky speech where I tell you to look at your hands and to really stare at your hands while I look for my notes because I lost them. And some hacky speech where I say that those hands are the tools of your future. No! Today, I come to say that your future is not in your hands. Your future is in between your genitals, under your pants, under your underwear. Your future is in between your legs. It's in between your legs and what you decide to do with what's in between your legs with your hands. You may all be thinking of going to college and getting some useless degree that you're never going to actually use. And that's going to cripple you financially. And that is going to leave you limping for the rest of your life. Always paying that debt. Always working shitty jobs. To that I say, no more! The only thing you need is self-confidence. and know how to masturbate and an iPhone. Yes, students, this is the new era that we live in. You can make more than your father. You can make more than your mother. You can make more than all of your grandparents, parents, brothers put together with the power and the freedom that OnlyFans provides us women. If you're going to go to college, this music's getting too fast. If you're going to go to college, what you really want to do is use that opportunity to market yourself, to get sexy, to flirt with the nerds, flirt with all the engineering nerds. They don't have the self-confidence to do anything about it. That's the beauty of engineering nerds. You can literally touch their shoulders and their glasses will fog up. That's what I truly believe. You fucking make friends and you flirt with all these engineering nerds. You get yourself known. You get fucking sexy. You sex up every day you go to fucking college. You use college as a marketing tactic. And once you're well known throughout the whole college campus, that's when I say that you open that OnlyFans and you capitalize on your looks and on the basic human need to touch yourself, on the basic human need of men yanking their genitals while staring at a shiny screen. So students, read that self-help book that's gonna fix your self-esteem. Flick that Bing. Take that social media management course. I forgot what else I was going to say. Look at your hands while I look at my notes, students. Look at your hands and envision the amount of fingers that you're going to put inside you to pay the bills. Refine those bangs, I say. Buy that dildo kit. Buy that butt plug. Buy that gallon of lube. And also, remember, this bit's not working. It's falling out of control. I should have listened to that whole song. But just remember that no matter who knows about your endeavors, about you, your genitals, and how full your bank account is, you're going to have enough money to adopt a new family and have better Thanksgiving dinners than the ones that you would have with your parents. This is a new era. The world is ending. Fuck becoming a teacher. Fuck becoming a lawyer. That is not financially viable. What's financially viable is shoving plantains, eggplants, pill bottles, lit candles up your pussy hole. And with that, I say, students, you will be able to retire at the age of 25 and travel the world. And the fucking room goes wild. Everyone starts cheering. You know, all the parents start crying. Who the fuck brought this bitch on stage? And in the front row, a little moment happens. A little moment that no one captures. A little moment that no one captures. While that music is playing. And while the OnlyFans, you know, person that was chosen to... I just forgot how to talk. While the OnlyFans chick leaves the podium, there is one, or I guess you could say two, because they're two individual. There are two conjoined twins in the front row. And they're in the front row because they're honors students. They're students of excellence. But of course, conjoined twins are gonna have good grades because, you know, they could communicate telepathically because they're sharing the same body. So it's like two people in one exam. Let's just be honest. That's not fair. But there's a moment where, while the OnlyFans chick is giving her speech, they both look at each other, they nod, and they say, fuck it. Fuck it, we are going to open an OnlyFans page, and we're going to be the first conjoined twins to open an OnlyFans page. And they do. They become successful because a lot of people are curious until one of them decides that they don't want to do it anymore, but the other one does, and it becomes like this huge controversy. And then 10 years later, there's going to be a Netflix documentary about the whole ordeal. Anyways, let me look for that inspirational quote. But anyways, I have a segment on this podcast where I say an inspirational quote. I love inspirational quotes. They really help me get through my week. And the inspirational quote of the week is, do what makes your soul shine. That's just it. It's simple. It's beautiful. And hey, I don't know who said it, but I wish someone would have said this to Hitler, and he probably would have done the same thing. Anyways, this quote helps no one. Anyways, how about serial killers? Like, what the fuck? I hate these fucking just do it inspirational quotes because there's people who are fucked up. Like, we can't say these broad statements because then fucked up people read this shit and then they go out and do the horrible shit that plagues their mind. Anyways, that's the podcast. I hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. If you're not following the podcast on social media, please follow the podcast on Instagram and on Facebook. All that information's on the episode notes. I'm doing videos now, so you can check out my personal Instagram to check those videos out, or you can subscribe to the YouTube page if you're watching this via YouTube. You could do that, and I'm also posting my video sketches there because stand-up is dead for the moment. But anyways, I'll keep you motherfuckers posted. Peace the fuck